Good morning, Morgan here. Yesterday I started working on a video trying to show my sourdough starter that I'm starting from scratch. I didn't have one to share from and it's not really going well. I fed it last night and this morning there was like no progress and we're on day 4 I believe. So I might have to restart that. Not super stoked about it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Things happen in the kitchen. Next, we are gonna go outside and use the tiller. My husband calls it a cultivator. I call it a tiller. Hopefully it'll just break up the Texas ground that's so hard and dry right now. So let's go out there and see if we can get some work done before it gets so hot. I got out there with such good intentions, but that ground was so hard and so dusty that this was really an effort in vain, I think. Okay, tilling was a fail, or cultivating. That ground is so hard, so dry, that machine wasn't gonna do anything for it. I think that we're gonna have to do things the hard way and just dig it out. I couldn't remember how we did it the first time, but apparently it was the manual way with shovels. I would like to rent something more powerful, but my husband says we're just gonna muscle through it. So, wish me luck. I don't think we're gonna do it today. This is like a 1 or 2 day project and I don't have 1 or 2 days of energy right now. So we'll see. Let's go back inside and we'll look at that sourdough that I was talking about earlier. All right, here's my starter that I fed about 4 hours ago and put the rubber band on it. And this is all I have. So I think there's definitely something wrong. It should be bubbly by now, rising a little bit, and there's nothing. I may have to start all over again, which is sad, but that's just life. All right, when all else fails, make biscuits, because biscuits are no fail and you know, they just make you feel better. So we're gonna get everything we need. They're super simple. All we need is self-rising flour, some shortening, and buttermilk. That's it. So we'll just bring it over here. I like to just keep my flour out on the counter because I use it all the time. Makes it super easy, and just in case you see me looking down, I have my wonderful helper with me today, Bo Landry. Oh, you know, I've already got the oven heating to 500 degrees, yes, 500. But that just makes them cook real quick and nice. And I also do drop biscuits. I do not want to do a bunch of extra dishes. So here's how I do it. I get some shortening. You can use your hand or a spatula. I use my hand. I've got my oldest over here making funny faces. So, gang's all here today. Just get you some shortening in a bowl. And then make sure you shake your buttermilk first, or else you'll get the separated stuff and it's not very good. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with this messy hand over here. Pour some buttermilk in, you know, till it looks about right. And then we're going to just mix it kind of together. It's the easiest way. You can use your spatula, but I found that using my hand is just as good. It's already dirty from getting the shortening out of the container. And then, once it's just kind of muddled together, you get your self-rising flour out and just start adding it in there. With the 2 big handfuls of shortening, you're gonna need at least 3/4 of a cup of flour. You just put it in there and then you start mixing it all around. And you know, kind of get a feel for the consistency over time. You don't want it runny, of course, and you don't want it thick, kind of soft, like warm Play-Doh. That's really the consistency that I'm going for here. Don't be afraid to really get your hands in. Mix it in. These are gonna make really good biscuits. They go fast in this house. So you might see me wearing a hat a lot in these videos. I don't really wear a hat for shade purposes. I wear a hat because about a month ago, I got the idea that I could give myself bangs. Hilarious, I know, right? So, yeah, my kids think it's hilarious too. So now I have these little like piecey things that hang down sometimes and they drive me crazy, so I just throw on a hat and save myself a little bit of sanity. Okay, these are all mixed up. You can see it's just, you know, it's a ball. It's not runny, but it's definitely sticking to my fingers. That's how I know it's ready. And like I said, I do drop biscuits because I do not want to, yeah, Bo likes the biscuits too. I do not want to have to flour the counter, flour a sill pat. I don't want to add extra flour to anything. One, I feel like that's wasting ingredients. And two, that's more dishes, and I don't want to do more dishes. So I'll make some spoons. Doesn't really matter what size your spoons are, but you know, obviously you don't want a tiny spoon, but you can choose your size. And judging by how much dough I have, I think I'll use my big cast iron today. We're just gonna spoon these bad boys onto there. Just get you a little spoonful and put it in the thing. I would much rather wash 2 extra spoons than wash, you know, a countertop that was floured or a sill pat that was floured or any other thing. So, less mess, less stress. This is going good. These look great. They're kind of on the smaller side. They cook about at the same rate no matter what size you make them. So it's up to you if you want a big biscuit, a small biscuit. You just put them on that pan. And I'll show you in a second how big they are. My husband's laughing at me too. You know, this YouTube thing is new for us. Can you turn that light back on, please? It's new for us, right? So they're not used to me talking to myself out loud and, well, kinda, I do it anyways. They like to make funny noises and make faces, and that's alright, because it's entertaining to them. But Landry, hi, you being noisy. I don't want to say I'm good at tuning the baby out, but I can tune the baby out, so his noises don't bother me. They might bother you, but they don't bother me. He's a good helper. Lets Mama cook. Alright, just about done here. Scraping it out. Add this little bit to the smallest biscuit. Alright. So I have these biscuits here. If you can see those. They're rough. Oh. Well, lesson learned. They are... I can't believe that happened. Actually, I can believe that happened. That is par for the course in this kitchen. Stuff is always gonna happen. But see that you can pick them up and roll them around, and it's not too sticky or bad on your hands. Alright, so the size they were, if you saw those before they fell apart. Reagan, can you stop making Bo fussy? Thank you. Oh, y'all saw the size they were. I'm just kind of flattening them out just a little bit. Not much. Just so that some of those edges don't burn if they're singled out. And that's that. I'm gonna put these in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then I'll show you what they look like afterwards. So I got my workspace all cleaned up, and the timer just went off, so we're gonna take them out of the oven, and hopefully they're ready. Let's see. loves these. I love these. Oh yeah, those look great. I turned my oven off before I forget. These turned out wonderful. We love a rustic biscuit around here. Put butter and sugar on it, eat it plain, gravy, just anything. These biscuits are a win. So I love these cool. Family's gonna enjoy them. And that is gonna make all the other feels from today with the tilling and the sourdough all better.